EndWar was of course, a real-time strategy game, guys, that I think a lot of us really did enjoy, but I think it didn't quite hit the potential that all of us thought that this game could really have met. And I feel, and I've said this before, guys, on the YouTube channel about Tom Clancy's EndWar and how this was a game and a potential series and franchise that I thought could be something really special. And obviously, guys, that's just not the case. That's not really what happened. And we all know that, of course, there were some, there were issues on a number of fronts here with this game. I mean, really, when we talk about any series out there, guys, that's gone on a hiatus or an indefinite, pause or into a limbo state, we all know that there's usually a couple of reasons for that. And one of those being for Tom Clancy's EndWar, it just didn't really hit well with certain people. I thought that it was a really great concept myself, and I thought that, for myself personally, thought that it really had some innovative, interesting ideas, and it was actually beyond its time. And that's something that we've actually said here on the YouTube channel a number of times, is that it was just beyond its time. Think about it, guys. The voice, the voice controls and things of that nature really made this an interesting and special experience, even though it didn't hit well on every single front, of course. Part of the issue, obviously, was that this was something going on consoles, and people who were, console gamers playing it didn't really see that, where it could maybe go, like kind of after the very first Tom Clancy's EndWar. And, so a lot of times the real-time strategy genre is one that is generally speaking on, should be at least on PC, and really maybe specific to that. I think it's also really cool, though, having it on the consoles, and I thought Tom Clancy's EndWar had some pretty innovative ideas like the voice controls. But what I want to talk about, guys, kind of getting onto, with Tom Clancy's EndWar and where this series could go. We've talked about it here on the YouTube channel before. I want to talk about EndWar 2 and why this is a game that should exist in the gaming landscape as of right now. So let's get into it. So EndWar, guys, even though, usually there's a number of issues when we talk about a game that's in an indefinite pause or hiatus, and I think EndWar is no different in that standpoint. Had some innovative ideas, didn't land well in every area, and so I think all in all, guys, when you look at the overarching, landscape of gaming at that point in time as well, you could probably, imagine that things were starting to shift. Things were starting to change in gaming. And I think them not putting emphasis on this game being on PC, where it could be, become a competitive game potentially, and very much so join like the other esports games that were out at this point in time. But they kind of took a different direction with it, and some of the sales didn't do as well as they were anticipating. EndWar 2 actually did get greenlit, and then it got canceled shortly after. So obviously, guys, whether we're talking creative differences or just lack of sales, Ubisoft decided to, of course, put EndWar 2 on an indefinite hiatus. And so the reason why I believe that this is a series that does and should exist in the gaming landscape is, there's a number of reasons here, but I will say that one of the big reasons, in my personal opinion, is simply that, as far as real-time strategy games that are out there on the marketplace, there's not that many. This is a genre that I believe deserves to continue and really start evolving over time. I believe StarCraft 3 should definitely come out at some point, and EndWar 2 is another one that I believe needs to come out as well. They've tried this in the past, though, with Halo Wars. This was something that went exclusively on Xbox, and honestly, guys, I like the concept and the idea of having a game on consoles that's a real-time strategy, but it really needs to be, in my opinion, more heavily based on PC, because of course the hotkeys and really real-time strategies are meant to be played on a PC, in my personal opinion. I think it's cool having them options on, of course, on console, but I really think that if you're going to have an RTS that's going to be on consoles, you better have it on PC as well, and maybe even do cross-play and things of that nature. And, I think that could really turn into something pretty cool. But all in all, EndWar 2 really needs to exist, guys, in my opinion, because with how many RTS games come out, there's not that many, and the ones that do come out, they're not, anything that are really new, anything really special in my opinion. And I think that Tom Clancy holds the name. This could really help, continue the real-time strategy genre and kind of move it forward, along with games like StarCraft coming back as well. EndWar is, like I said, once again, something that was really cool about it was how they were innovating. They were trying different things. And they did this even with Advanced Warfighter, which, of course, was another Tom Clancy title. The voice activation in EndWar was something that I thought was really different. And I thought that it was actually ahead of its time. Like, we really don't have a lot of games that are like that, even to this day. I mean, you can think about VR and even AR, and you can kind of, there might be games that have, kind of voice activation and such, but this was a game that was really beyond its time, and I think that it deserves to be something that needs to, kind of come back, in a major way, and maybe not on consoles, maybe just on PC. Make it free to play, make it, something to really entice people to start playing, and I think it could be something really special. But at the end of the day, guys, what it really comes down to, in a gaming landscape that is filled with open world like RPGs and shooters, first-person shooters, third-person shooters, and of course a lot of these free-to-play games as well, I think that this is definitely a series that deserves to return. And I think that the RTS genre, it's primed and ready to make a comeback in gaming, and I think that it's time. I really do. I really think that this is something that could be special. Don't try to do too much. Don't take on too much that you end up not being able to control everything. I think that EndWar has a lot of possibility and opportunity to be something really cool. They just gotta, put it all on PC and kind of go from there, in my opinion. But I would love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about EndWar? And what do you guys think about EndWar 2 coming out at some point or another in the foreseeable future? Let me know what you guys think. And for more EndWar 2 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.